Today, we do nothing less than unleash the power inside millions of New Yorkers to provide help to those who need it the most. Today, we let loose an army of volunteers who will now find it even easier and more rewarding to give time and care to their neighbors and to the organizations who support them. And finally, today, we set goals and expectations that will forever change the way we think about our responsibility to each other, particularly in difficult times like these. Today we come together to introduce a new comprehensive effort to strategically apply the energy and idealism of New York City volunteers to make the biggest impact and solve the biggest problems. Today we launch NYC Service. My guess is anyone who signed understands the same simple fact. Serving your community is one of life's greatest rewards. We all know it. We all felt it, whether it's at school, in the military, at a volunteer organization, in government, or throughout simple acts of kindness during the course of every day. We understand that civic service may be the most important thing that most of us will ever do. The release of this report today coincides with another historic moment for our nation. 24 hours from now, President Barack Obama will sign the Edward M. Kennedy Serve America Act. A new bipartisan legislation that will expand service opportunities across the country. It aspires to change this company in a deep and lasting way, and the President has put his best people on it to make it a reality.
Well, you know, Sway, I'm from Boston, but I gotta say, I love New York.
You better say that. What do you think New York's role can be in this effort?
Well, this is extraordinary. You know, as the mayor said, we were so honored that New York City agreed to host the Service Nation Summit last September 11th and 12th. And that the mayor was the opening keynote for the summit and put his full leadership behind it. And it's not a surprise to me that with his vision and energy and all the people gathered here, all the organizations, that New York is going to be the first city of service. And we at Service Nation want to work with you to make sure that this model gets replicated all across the country. You know, ever since our country was founded with three simple words: we the people. It's always been citizens that have led the change in America. And our vision at Service Nation, we share the mayor's vision, the president's vision, that one day 100 million Americans will be serving every year. 1 million will step forward for a year of national service. And the most commonly asked question of people when they meet is, where do you serve? And that's how they talk about their lives. And with the mayor's leadership and New York's leadership, we know that vision will become a reality. So it's really thrilling to be here today.
Give it up for Alan. It's an honor to be standing next to you, Congresswoman. And I know you led the charge on the House side to have this bill passed. Why is this issue so important to you?
Well, I think if you just look around and you see all our young people and you see our senior citizens, these are people that want to help people. And when you see the energy is here, I want to see another million people do that. And with President Obama signing the bill tomorrow, we are on that track. I believe strongly that one person can make a difference. But when you take everybody here, what a difference we can make for the whole country. And I say thank you to everybody that's here for doing that.
Absolutely. Give them a round of applause. Thank you, Congresswoman.
And you know, Alan and Congresswoman McCarthy couldn't be more right about New York being the perfect city to take the lead in building a national commitment to service. Why shouldn't we be? This is a city that's home to hardworking people who aren't afraid to step up when duty calls. After all, this is where the nation's first public hospital was founded, where the NAACP was established exactly 100 years ago, and where other outstanding organizations like Big Brothers, Big Sisters, the Harlem Children's Zone, the Casita Maria Center for Arts and Education have made their home. New York is also the nation's first city to have a government office dedicated to volunteering, the Mayor's Volunteer Center, which we've strengthened in recent years to be even more effective. We're putting the systems in place to help New Yorkers find the best volunteering experience for them. But how do we spread the word about this? It starts with you. You each received a button on your way in here. I'm wearing mine. Sway, are you wearing yours?
Yes, I am. I'm over here to your left, sir. To your other left. There.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. There you are, Sway.
Okay, now I have mine on. Now there are 4 buttons. They read NYC needs your blank, volunteer your blank, use your blank for good, and mine actually says I gave my blank. All right? Mayor, did you give your blank?
I'm going to talk about it later.
Okay, thank you very much. Can't wait to hear it.
Thanks. Actually, these slogans are all part of a new marketing campaign starring regular New Yorkers that we're launching all across the city. What is your blank? Well, just fill in your special talent or skill that you have to offer. That's your blank. It could be some free time. It could be simply the desire to pitch in and help. Everybody's got that something to contribute. And this civic campaign is going to encourage New Yorkers to put that something to good use. And that's why, beginning next school year, the Department of Education will implement a wide-reaching initiative that teaches our public school students the responsibility they have as citizens to participate and engage in this democracy. We're going to be asking every city principal to create a service plan. No exceptions. Because from now on, civic service and volunteering will be a core part of what goes on in every single school. Sway, I see you're standing with a dynamic duo.
Absolutely. Right now, a round of applause. I'm sitting next with Schools Chancellor Joel Klein. Children, the Silda Wall. They're going to make sure that service is a fundamental part of the public school experience. Chancellor Klein understands that something very exciting is going to be happening in every school. Tell us about it.
You bet. I'm so excited, really, Sway. You look around today, think of how many people already are volunteering and how many more committed to volunteer in our schools just at this one meeting, and that's what it's about. But the most exciting part of this is really what the mayor talked about, to get every one of our kids at a very young age thinking about service, about volunteering, about changing this nation. Think about these youngsters behind me from Children for Children already doing that in our schools. Let me leave you with this thought. Long ago, Winston Churchill told us, you make a living out of what you get, but you make a life out of what you give. And I can't wait to teach every one of our kids, you make a life out of what you give. And we've got to start them thinking that way right from the beginning. So every school is going to play on this initiative.
Right. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful organization right here. These kids are beautiful. Give a round of applause for them, too. Now, how is the organization going to help with this effort?
Well, Mr. Mayor, Children for Children is going to bring a team of service coordinators to help all of the principals and the teachers who are going to take the chancellor's charge and turn it into a reality. And also, we are going to work together. We are so excited with City Year, with Common Sense, with the League, and with Global Kids to make New York City learning in all the school districts in our nation. Thank you.
Big round of applause. Back to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Silda and Joel and Sway. We are a diverse city of people who do so many things. But I've come to realize the primary thing is that we are a city of people who care. We really do care about each other. We couldn't make it here any other ways. Starting today, NYC Service is going to channel the spirit of community and compassion and direct it to solving our biggest problems and building an even greater New York. And now, I'm pleased to introduce a woman who has spent much of her life building a greater New York. She comes from a family whose name has become synonymous with service to our country. Her uncle co-authored the Serve America Act, and her father created the Peace Corps. And just like them, she has dedicated her life to serving others. In particular, as Vice Chair of the Fund for Public Schools, she has helped raise nearly $250 million for our recent education reforms. Ladies and gentlemen, with a special message, please welcome a great New Yorker, Caroline Kennedy.
Today with a message from someone who wishes that he could be here. And I think that's my Uncle Teddy. And if I learned one thing from him, besides the importance of service, it was that service can be fun. And I think that's what brings all of us here today. This room is full of inspiration, and I know we'll all leave here and go on to touch people just like people have touched us and inspired us to serve. So tomorrow is going to be a big day for our family with the signing of the legislation named after my Uncle Teddy. But he heard about this event. He wanted to come, but he has to get ready for his big day tomorrow. So I have a statement that he wanted to have read here today. I commend Mayor Bloomberg for this impressive New York City service initiative, and I wish very much that I could be here with all of you today. Service has been my family's cause for decades, and it's been a cause with champions too numerous to count. President Kennedy inspired the whole nation with the call to serve in his inaugural address. President Obama has made a career of service to others, and today he's leading a nationwide effort to renew the call for service for our own day and generation. It's inspiring as well that we can count Mayor Bloomberg among those champions. As we know so well, the struggling economy has hit New York City hard, but this city can also count on its many skilled, talented, compassionate people of every age, race, and income level to pitch in and help out. All of them have something to give to their school, their community, to our country, to the family next door. The New York City Service Initiative is well designed to make sure that many more New Yorkers will have the opportunity to do so. What a difference that will make. Thank you so much, Mayor Bloomberg, and thank you all.
And of course, I can't forget to thank all of you for being here this afternoon and for taking the reins and spreading the word about NYC Service. We have your commitment. You have your blank. Just fill it in and use it to make a difference. You know, together, we'll be the first to bring to life a new era of service in America.